is a fucking AK.
188.
Bro,
Yeah.
Amen.
I wish which one's right now?
CT.
No
fucking
shot.
Where are you guys?
No kid.
Let's
go. Let's go.
Stop, see?
Bro, how did we lose, bro? What happened? This guy's in the arms.
Go off. He's on the wrong team, so. Who's on? Me and, okay, I won. I swear. Sure. Yeah, force. Don't worry about that.
The only thing this gimbal doesn't have is the up and down protection,
Is it okay, yeah.
which doesn't really matter. It just does this,
Yeah.
which is still trippy to me that you can just do that.
It's kind of hard to point the more you up and higher up you go.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Yeah, you can sort of just do that, I guess.
It's still really smooth though. When you
Yeah.
It's super smooth.
Holy shit, Ring at 107 viewers? God damn.
Wait, already?
He's right side cop.
I boosted it and you can see I didn't think it go.
Ring had 107 viewers, and then he rated us, so now we're at more than that.
Wait, who rated you?
Ring.
Oh, let's go to the boy. Wait, Ring's streaming again?
Yeah, he should be starting streaming following this thing.
This guy pushed me.
I see Stocksy, you do see Stocksy.
Yo, he's cute.
Well, is there another headset around?
Probably is the answer.
There you go. Under 15. Saki's by 5 off. No, there's an off on the ground. He's got.
Well, someone with the scout picked that up. Is this yours, Wiz? You're gonna steal it. Can I steal this?
Headset?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my.
You just unplugged my mouse.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my.
Wait,
Does it plug your mouse?
You
Oh
just
shit.
unplugged my mouse.
Well then what is this plugged into? Oh. It's not. My bad. Wait, so what is...
Why don't you have armor, bro?
Okay, I gotta go search the PCs for the dongle now. Hold on.
Yo, his ticket.
What is tampering with the competitive integrity?
Ian, you're fucking crazy, bro.
Dude,
Is that the chip plug-in one?
is the what chicken one?
Nice. 1 CT.
His dress here.
Jungle side.
It's... Yeah.
He's hit once.
There's.
Once adjusting it?
Nice.
Guns are cringe? Dude, they're playing CS.
Oh, yeah, you saw it.
The hunt for the dongle.
Where did you go?
Ah.
Fucking
What do you need?
rat.
This. Wait, maybe not. This is Corsair. This is what kind of what we're looking for. Yes. Hmm. No.
Swing.
Oh, wait. Got it. It was under his phone.
Then watch your con.
Now you should hear something maybe? Is it on?
Yeah, one's common, one's close common.
Okay, well, now you're plugged in.
Window.
And con.
They should add bows and horses to CS. True.
Damn. No, nice try, bro. TJ screen people.
We're live once again.
Oh, there's a case.
Why is it?
Who's playing the lowest graphic settings?
I am. I'm pretty low too. That's a little too good.
Will the game be pay to win? No. No. That wouldn't really make for a good esport if it was pay to win.
I can boost you. They're scared, man. Watch a lot.
Okay.
Alright, back.
Pay to drip. There you go. Well said.
Trade. One more. Oh. He's CT.
No shot.
My fault. I hit.
No, more. You gotta change that crosshair, bro. That shit.
Later today, guys, we're gonna have gameplay of Mobius on stream. That's like actual gameplay, and you guys will get to see it a bit more up close. But we wanted to give the guys a chance to play whatever they wanted first, and they chose CS. So fine by me. They flew all the way out here to play with each other. So.
Oh! You need to fix that rollout, man. I have my controls on.
So this new game, combat mechanics, is similar to Mordhau, right? Yes, that's true. When is it Mobin time? I would say probably an hour to an hour and a half. We don't have a super strict schedule today, though. But it'll be a pretty big block, and it'll be up on YouTube eventually regardless, even if you do miss it.
There's no flip. Nice. They're all up.
Did you FF the headphones?
They don't work. Oh, one got another.
Damn, that's unlucky.
We're losing the stock, so you can't really we need this on my team.
Well, the USB dongle was plugged in the wireless.
I probably have to game. Oh. No. Thanks for that comment.
If parry works by taking a screen grab, would that? He got farmed, Panda. It's funny. It's not a literal screen grab, by the way. It's like an on-screen check, but it's in software. It's not looking. It's not like image recognition or anything. Can you spin to win in Mord? Yes.
No.
Could that be exploitable by increasing FOV? Yes and no, Panda. It's sort of like we exploited it for you. The game treats it as if you have 140 FOV even when you do not. So everybody's, well, like, we don't care what your FOV is, it just uses the max to determine the parry window. The default FOV is also the max FOV in our game, and then people can turn it down if they want, but all the systems that we're adding are balanced around max FOV. Good question, though. I like where your head's at.
I like your enthusiasm.
Oh! Nice shot, nice shot.
This guy's coping.
Everyone's just chilling.
Yeah,
and just like, fuck!
4 times. What's going on? You're coping with the opposite.
Is it gonna be like Minecraft? Yes. Pretty much exactly.
He's like, I can't click heads, but I can click bodies.
I just hit your head. Suck balls! Yeah, I agree with second.
Dude, why is
Dude, I'm so
rollout?
pissed. Are you going fast or are you going slow? He's picking them up.
Silence from everyone.
Oh, cat.
Wait, what?
Are you dying to play right now?
Window com.
There's one window and one edge. Should be like one piece.
Isn't CS like your favorite game of all time or something?
Yo, he's bad.
Do testers get unique cosmetics for participating?
I just flashed.
Yes.
Out window.
But there's more to be talked about.
Empty.
Kickstarter or self-funded? Self-funded.
Oh no. Oh, I didn't say it.
The Q&A inning begins.
Please, man!
Pick up his gun.
Q&A inning.
What do you think, by the way?
When the game is released, will I be able to mod it to make a Rust server?
You stuck?
Yes. Well, not literally licensed Rust, but you'll be able to mod it to make whatever you want. I'm curious to see how the riposte mechanics perform in 1VX.
Mid.
I am too.
Go mid, under.
I think specifically perfect ripostes, aka perfect parries out of a riposte that can be morphed and feinted but still retain their unflinching property, are going to be really interesting to see how people mess around with those.
Perhaps.
Will paid cosmetics keep to the theme of the game? That's a tricky one, right? The old sell out to game vision ratio. I don't know, to be honest with you. I would love to say yes, but it's so far down the line that who the fuck knows. I would say every cosmetic will look like it could be used by a human with normal muscular ability and whatever else. But beyond that, don't know.
Let's go! Very nice. Ian, you're so bad.
I'm only level 4 faces.
There's a lot of stuff from history to pull from. Yeah, I agree. I will say, though, we're not looking for purely historical accuracy, right? So things that look cool come first, and then things that are historically accurate is second. But I also don't want stuff that's like super duper over the top, high fantasy, whatever else either. Like there won't be like the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy or like, I don't know, Frostmourne or stuff like that. But
Anyone stop missing, dude! Let me go in front.
can we get some Souls-like armor? Oh, most definitely. For sure.
What?
Why are you there?
As a body shot.
Yeah. Well, I'm in. Con. I dare you.
Snow
I
Cat
dare
Girl
you.
ears, head armor? Probably not. I think if I find it cringe personally, I might just veto it, but that's some cringe.
Yo, he's jungle, bro. Half jungle.
Oh,
Let's
what's
go,
up?
baby.
I'll con, bro.
Oh, whip. Oh, dude, nice shot, bro. You're fucking choking.
I should drop the op, bro. I don't need it. It's true.
Let's go, Spoof.
Stairs. Woo.
Lightsaber skin is Damascus. That'd be kind of funny. Have literal lightsabers. No, I don't think so. That seems a bit extreme.
We have Sith capes.
The first ever Mobius team will be the mighty Morbin Rangers. Ugh. Gross.
Nice.
Jungle, yeah.
Connect.
No Master Chief skin? I think that's not allowed. Like, I don't think we have the rights to that one.
Why not?
Oh, 9-3! Oh, 9-3!
This is a CT-sided map.
Every team.
Call him Mr. Chief.
Hey, what is drop? Drop that for?
Oh,
Oh,
Mr. Chef. I see.
Boyardee.
I'm gonna get this time,
Oh my god! Let me go in front. Dude, let me go in front.
Voice lines?
So fucking old.
Well, I'm sure the game will have voice lines, but I don't know if we're actually going to do the sort of like soundboard kind of thing that you can do in Mordhau. I don't know if that's worth our development time because for an esport, maybe for callouts, like stuff like that, but I don't know why you'd ever want to be like, you smell like the backside of a diuretic horse or whatever. Like, I don't know.
What is that flash? Who the fuck? Oh, my God.
Oh, the chat. Looks like it's mostly you guys.
Let's go, Spoof.
Well, it is earlier in the day.
Watch your-
Yeah, that's true.
Let's go.
Under.
Ring hit us the huge raid, so I think because we're just playing shooters, everyone's leaving. It's fine. I don't care. Today's a very chill day. Probably not going to be as dramatic as the previous one, but there will be the world premiere of like full screen gameplay for Mobius, so that's cool, I guess.
Man, I gotta start watching Ring again, man.
Yeah, Ring's a homie. I'm a big fan of his.
What does he stream now?
I think Ring's in a bit of like a crisis in terms of what to stream. I think everybody kind of is because games are just so boring right now.
Yeah.
Streaming like Zomboid?
Yeah, Ring was streaming Zomboid. We have a real fan, Zomboid enjoyer.
I'm a fake fan.
Mordhau, Shiv 2, Zomboid. There you go. That's the
See,
answer.
that's how you do it.
It's that easy.
It's literally that easy. It is literally that easy.
Dude, it's been a while.
Let me buy a crown. I need people to know that I'm special and cool. I can make that happen.
Speaking.
Yeah.
Stairs. Two stairs.
No insult spam confirmed. Thank God. Yeah. I feel like, I don't know. A lot of that is kind of just like, I don't mean this in the condescending way, but literally roleplay features. Like the point of it is to like socialize with people and get funny moments and like roleplay, you know? And as far as the way where we should be spending our development time, I don't know that it's trying to come up with the funniest things for people to say. That doesn't really feel like what we're making. And again, people will be able to mod in whatever the voice things they want later on for their own custom games and things like that. But
Yo, he's fucking
Yeah, I agree with what maybe you said. RP aspects do have their place. I just think, again, if you wanted to play that kind of game, you already have Chivalry 2 and Mordhau, right? They do a fantastic job on things like that. How will you guys support tournament organizers? That's a fantastic question. So, for those of you who don't know, I came from being a competitive organizer for Mordhau. And so I'm very, very sensitive to what sort of community organizers will want. And so we have an entire guy whose job at our company is just going to be to correspond with those people and make sure they have what they need, whatever it may be. Whether it's looking for prize pool money and we can help fund other people's tournaments ideas, or somebody who just is like, oh, I need access to the back-end Archon to run a server my own way or whatever else. We can make sure that that guy, like any organizers get whatever they need, and there's an entire person at our company. Okay, I understand it's like an entire person, no way, but like for a company our size, that's a kind of a big deal, right? Like out of 6 people on the project, one of them's entire job is just to be the liaison for tournament organizers and competitive play. How hot is it in that room with all those rigs? It's very hot. It gets pretty heated pretty quickly. Like this morning it was ice cold, and now that all 10 computers are on, it's just like I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I'm currently organizing a lot of the tournaments in EU. You mind if we keep in contact? I love this project. Yeah, absolutely, man. Message me on Discord. Ronguat #1980.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro, I do AC. Let me come through. I think this is a doomed situation. The amount of heat these pieces are putting out is absurd.
Kind of look like Ocean. Be the next Ocean.
He's like 5 years old.
Oh, I pushed him. Oh, yeah. He's 50.
Nice. Yeah, hey. I missed the stage.
We have a whole guy, dude. An entire guy.
They could just be screen looking.
Not just half a guy.
No, CT.
I can flash. I can flash CT. No, pistol CT. Flash CT, man. Oh, sorry.
Are you sure the heat isn't from the... My Buffalo. That was cringe.
Save all your guns.
Guy in chat goes, are you going to add the Sugand weapon? No.
Not like this.
That is cringe.
Are you gonna have a katana?
That is the question, right? How far are we willing to go? Do we care about the weebs? It's an ongoing debate. If Ring is to have his way, then I think there probably will be a katana. I personally think that it's a bit cringe, but again, it's not just up to me. So
Imagine a nunchuck in Morbius.
No.
a nunchuck in Morbius? No way, dude. I'm going to Morb. Isn't the Falx cringe enough already? Well, I can tell you the Falx is not in our game. I'll tell you that one for free.
It's trash.
I'm stealing 2 chairs, but people weren't using them anyway, so whatever.
UOP is the...
Flashing out, right?
I got my feet up and everything. Chilling.
If I had
You just bought the MP5, bro.
Today's definitely gonna be a more laid back stream. I'm kind of just,
happened. Where is he?
we're just filming whatever goes on and playing whatever we want to do.
He's under belt and top belt.
Oh!
Can you find Hodor, please? He was talking mad shit. I don't know where he went. Oh, there he is. Do you know a Mike Mordhau?
He just looked at me like a blockhead.
No.
Well, if I had sound, bro, you were
What time will the
dead.
gameplay footage come out today? Well, we're just gonna stream it. Like, it's not pre-recorded, Wolf. It's we're gonna be playing later, and then I'll be recording it and releasing it. So, as far as coming out, I don't know, but coming onto the stream, probably. What time is it right now? Anyone know?
It's 1:12.
Maybe we say another 45 minutes of this, and then we switch over. Okay, so we'll say it's 1:12 now. Wait, it's 1 o'clock already?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say 2:30 EST. You should let everyone in the room roast the game. I mean, they're allowed to say negative things about it.
Second. Come in. Up it.
Um,
I'm going to take it. One second.
Dude, I thought I fucking heard you reload there too. Fuck. You still one still mid.
Oh, wow.
Connector.
anybody roasting it is jealous? Maybe, I don't know.
One cat, one cat, one cat, one cat, one cat, one cat, one
Do you know when a formal announcement via Discord will be coming? I'm hyped right now. Honestly, man, I'll get around to it sometime this week. I've got to get all the footage from this event and edit it into something that's like presentable, and that's going to take me probably a couple days.
Jungle.
But yeah, will the game be in a public alpha / beta stage before release in around 2 years? I think maybe. I don't know. It's tricky, right? What the hell are you getting up to? Land, baby. We got Cyclone, Brian, Stoxy, Jaguli, Wiz, Assisted, Spook, Vacant, TJ, Eden.
Yeah, rechat.
Already bit of transparency. Well, I'm just being honest. Like I straight up don't know when it's going to be dropping. I gotta make the video, right? And I've been doing this, so. I think the game still looked too much like Shiv Combat. Yeah, I think there are some core Shiv related things, right? Because you have no chambers, punishing feints with your wind-ups, that sort of stuff. But there's also morphs, and the addition of the perfect parry and the super sprint really make it feel a lot more dynamic in some ways. As well as there's a fourth class. In Shiv, you had the flanker was close to a man-at-arms, and then you had frontliner and backliner was like the vanguard, right? But then there's the duelist class, which kind of replaces what the archer was in Chivalry 1, and I think that'll be an interesting playstyle for people. But yeah, there are definitely some core differences. Not to mention the game mode is entirely different, and it's balanced around 5v5 competitive instead of like big battles. So even if the gameplay were identical, just the fact that we're focused on a different part of the community and a different gameplay area will make the game fun and different. In my opinion, that's the plan anyway. So no throwables then? No throwables. I think Mordhau just flows better. Shift combat feels old and harsh. Mordhau's very smooth. Yeah, I agree with that. Community dual servers. I would say you're allowed to make a community dual server. We have some other stuff up our sleeves that I don't want to talk about just yet, but you may not feel the need to, because there will be some dual yard inspired areas that are available to you guys as players. But again, because of the SDK and whatever else, the community servers, that sort of thing, you still can make your own dual yards. But yeah, basically we have some stuff planned that I think you won't feel like you need to make one, is what I would say. How big is your team? Currently we are 6 people. Dynamic time of day. In the area where the duels take place, I can't say guaranteed, but probably. What kind of game modes do you think the comp scene will come up with? Well, hold on one sec. Will there be leaderboards, ranks, and seasons? Yes, absolutely, Tony Bologna. For sure. In a 5v5 tournament, is there going to be a certain lineup you have to run, aka a limit, or is it possible to run 5 duelists, etc.? There will be no limit on what comps you can run. You can run 5 duelists if you'd like. As for what game modes do you think the comp scene will come up with? I see the burden of coming up with a mode to be sort of on us as developers rather than on the comp scene. We already have a mode called Deliverance that we are continuing to refine. And we've already gotten some feedback from the playtesters here that will very likely change the mode that we're going to be playing. But I want to host a first month tournament. Would be cool. Yeah, absolutely, man. Sounds like a ton of fun. What are the roles of the 6 members? So I'm the project and design lead, as well as I handle all the stuff that isn't really directly related. So, okay, well, I do audio as of now. Well, eventually I will get myself replaced on that front. I also do the combat design of the weapons, not the aesthetic design, but like how they play. And then Weez is our lead programmer, and he basically made the game from scratch. And then we have Wizardish over there who works on combat design as well as level design, and he dabbles in environment art. And then we have a guy named Manny who is our animator, and then we have Hodor who is our community manager and tournament liaison, and then we have Ring who is our like social media partnership program runner basically. Weeze is the GOAT. That's very true.
Oh, what?
Hopefully that answers that question.
Nice.
Brewing is an influencer? I mean, he kind of is. He's definitely influenced me. What do you mean?
Okay.
It's because he's deaf.
Yeah, I could expect that. I just don't know how fast the bomb's ticking.
Obviously, that's flop.
Now or never.
I mean, just give it to me every time. Like,
Do you intend to minimize the strategic... Oh, hold on. Do you intend to minimize... Oh, hold on. How does the team plan to approach terrain elevation? Do you intend to minimize the strategic use of terrain and map-specific elements like objects laying around when playing competitive, or like it was in Mordau? Or is there a plan to incorporate either or both of these? There is, actually. So that's a very great question. Yes, we'll have ranked at launch, Mano. Or Mino. I don't know how to say your name, sorry. I'm going to assume Mano. But, yeah, so in our game, actually, there's no fall damage at all. There's no mantling as of now, but we might add selective mantling depending. But yeah, there's no fall damage. And a big part of high ground is actually not just cool like plunge attacks, whatever else, but also intel, right? So you can go up on top of high ground and then look around, get information that you need, and then just walk off the edge and quickly get back to where you want to go, right? So the time commitment is really just going up. But yeah, you'll be able to do all sorts of cool like plunge attacks and stuff like that, and there's no fall damage in the game. There's also no like stun or anything when you hit the ground. You can act pretty much fully. Oh, there's other little things too, like you're not prevented from jumping while you are in release, unlike in Mordhau and Chivalry 1. So you can do some pretty crazy accels and drags based on jumping at certain points during release. That really hasn't been explored too much, but it is a cool little addition to the flow of the combat. The big things that feel really nice are combo morphs, the ability that you can like morph or feint combos, and then also being able to jump and crouch at any point during anything. Brian,
Huh?
Grandpa Drunk says you are swagged out right now.
Yeah, I know. I spent like $500 in outfits. Just
God damn.
Under window.
Underhand plus jump to the chin? Yeah, sounds good. Any movement tech to speak on? The only movement tech I can think of is that when you are super sprinting as the flanker, you are able to attack out of super sprint, and you maintain your super sprint speed for the entire windup and release. So you can do some really crazy like charge-ins, whatever else. But yeah, that's the only one I can really think of that's like a tech. But it's also designed by us as devs, so I don't know if tech needs to be something that someone else comes up with and discovers or not. Will there be any dank voice lines? I don't know about dank, but oh yeah, the flanker is very quiet. That's true. Jump overheads are pretty cringe. More how about that? Maybe the fact that there's just movement. What roles could you foresee needing if the team expanded? Well, we need environment artists. We need prop artists. So somebody that might be the same person, but people who can make swords and armor and stuff like that, as well as make pretty looking environment art in Unreal Engine 5 and fully utilize all that stuff. Can I get a Wheeze announcer voice pack? I will ask him, but I think that'd be good. I think that'd be sick. More animators for manual lead, probably. Yes, absolutely. Will you do all the voice lines? No, I will not.
Bill's Brigade is a server.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, any Brills Brigaders in the chat, bro? Give us a server.
I think
Brills Brigaders.
Real Brigade.
No, we'll just use a LAN server. It's easy. Set up.
All right. Well, then Hoder will set it up, I guess.
What's chat? So chatting?
Dude, Jack is sleeping. Leave him alone.
The chat nap.
Yeah. Like, leave him alone. He's chilling.
My protein is more than invites. I'm more when you were asking
That's really funny.
Give Tucker the camera.
Give Tucker the camera?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
He's just enjoying himself.
he's so likable.
That is true.
Tucker's so
Good
likable.
morning, gamers. Good morning.
Oh my God, X Tamu X. Thanks for the follow.
Why does Jack stay here?
Why isn't she here? Because she spent all her money on plane tickets to Marla. Which, by the way, I fully would have done the exact same thing. Like, I can't blame her. Are we at like a downtime right now?
They were, Liz wants to play the strip one. What do you want to do? You want to play,
That would be a good time to load on all the, yeah. Okay, hey, everybody listen up real quick. We're gonna let Wheeze upload the new, or load on the new copy of Mobius updated on all the machines real quick, just so we have it ready for later. Because it seems like we're not really doing anything right now, so.
Yeah, shit's way more important than anything.
hey, when do you want to do, Ron, when do you want to do the Mobius stuff?
Sooner rather than later, but I wanted to let you guys finish whatever you're doing first. That was the thing.
We didn't intend to start a whole thing.
No, that's fine. We're not on a huge time crunch today. It's like it's 10 a.m. We have till. Wait, no, that's wrong.
10
It's
a.m.?
1 p.m. I was looking at that thing. It's fucking wrong. It's 1 p.m. Yeah, it's like we got time.
I want to download my confidence, bro. Yeah, we will accomplish everything.
How fast is the internet here? It is gigabit. Yeah. Put what over there?
The drinks.
Okay.
People can just grab
Awesome.
whatever.
Yeah. Can I show the stream or is that?
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
cool. Yeah, these look sick. I really like that a lot.
That must be like his signature. That's so dope, dude.
That is sick. I really love that.
Yeah, these are sick.
Are you in Atlanta? Yes, we are. Who made these? These were made by Nazgul, who's here.
Who made these?
Nazgul. He's the guy with the hoops. They're really good.
Created them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks like one of the figures I sent you for inspiration.
Yeah. They look really cool.
Oh my god, absolutely.
I like this a lot.
Is that an eye?
It's an eye and a nose and a mouth, all kind of like jumbled through a house with the roots coming down.
I love these figures.
Yeah.
I love these figures. Incredible. Are these the same? Is he selling them?
I think he's giving away actually. But,
Wow.
yeah, they're really cool. Big fan of that.
Beautiful. Amazing.
Ring says hello.
Oh, hi Ring. Hi Ring. We miss you.
We do.
Hope you're doing well. I wanted to give you a big, big hug. Hope you've enjoyed it all.
Like you guys, this is so fucking
Jennifer was a big part of pulling this thing together. She's awesome.
Curious if this is gonna prompt down the search term and stuff.
Currently, we're having Wheeze load up all the computers to the new version of the game. Any Wheeze fans in the chat? I'm a Wheeze fan. Plus, oh my goodness, look at that angle.
I don't know. We'll see.
Is that world famous Gold Rush developer Wheeze? Yeah, it is.
But if it were, I suppose I would work in some kind of
Yeah, that would be interesting. What are you doing? Maybe we're getting snack.
Exposing Eden's hours.
How many hours is it?
12.
I don't know.
126 in the account? Hell yeah, dude. Is Bumble there? I want to see him. I don't think. Is Bumble here? I don't think so. Yeah.
Check out this part too. That's like how the cat was.
That's funny. Oh, we got a big game right here. $6.94. Wait, I gotta see this. Oh shit! So Spook is looking at $2,400.
Is the stream ready for some high tier shit gameplay?
Damn. Spook is a Shiv gamer. For what?
Some high tier shit gameplay?
I guess.
Really quality games.
Yeah. Until Morning and Drez get here, it's like no one even knows how to play.
Yeah, I told them.
Okay.
They're on the way now. It took shit. I did it up.
Cool. Let me get the details there.
Huh? Yeah.
I just told him to take everything out.
Okay. That's fine by me. I would say don't let him take up more like 30 minutes of your time, but if he wants to do that, I can just incorporate that one as well. So, okay. Unless you disagree.
No.
Sure.
I can put my time towards whatever you want.
Okay.
I'll just kind of be out of pocket for a little bit.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll just find a spot.
Sure. Sounds good to me. Is this going to turn into Ascend Games' main Twitch channel? So, yes and no. One of the things that we're really interested in this project is retaining the autonomy and identity of each of the developers while also making the game. So, I'm not actually sure we will even have a primary Ascend Games Twitch until like later down the line, if we're having like tournaments streamed or something like that. But insofar as like development goes or like dev updates or whatever else, we're probably going to do those primarily on our own personal channels and try and grow our own brands as well alongside the project and keep you guys involved with the development of things. It's a big part of just being transparent and being clear about everything that's going on. So if ever you have a question about something, you can just ask us, you know, instead of having to like go through some channel or wait for an answer. Or if you're wondering how's development going on the project, you can just tune into the streams and see that day instead of having to like wonder, you know, stuff like that. We'll be able to test the game soon. Soon TM. I don't exactly know how we're going to handle the testing policy yet. Because we don't want to release the game yet, obviously, but we also don't need to necessarily prevent people from playing it. So I guess we'll have to figure it out. Are the names for the rank system, like Wood League, whatever else, are their names? Well, we haven't figured out the names yet. I'd be tempted to just do like bronze, silver, gold, diamond, or excuse me, bronze, silver, gold, plat, diamond, like fucking masters or some shit. Like, I don't know that we need to be all quirky and be like, well, actually we have Starlight and Starbright and Starfight or some shit. Like, no, I don't know. Just good, better, best, something like that. Who do I follow for seeing the art development of the style of the game? Well, as of right now, if I use a Prime sub, does the $250 go towards development? Yes, it does, indirectly, because I'm living off of savings and angel investments right now to make the project. But I would say do not sub to support the project in a literal sense. Like if you're wanting like the emotes or whatever the fuck are there and you want to pay for those, fine. But we're not looking to beg for money from people who are looking to play the game. That's not how this is really going to work. Please tell me there's no third person. There is no third person. That is true. Actually, that's like 99% true. As developers, we can go third person whenever we want, but every player who's not an admin or a developer cannot go third person. Also, though, that being said, on like the modded servers or whatever else, if you want to unlock those features for your own game or experience you're making, that's totally fine. But At least on ranked ladder, there will be no third person at all. Is this a melee comp game? Yes, it is, Cold Chills. Do we have 3D modelers? Not yet. Nope, no 3D artists currently. All of our assets in the game currently are placeholders that we bought off the Unreal Marketplace to get this combat demo ready. And third person in the training modes? Yeah, that makes sense. What are you doing today? So, right now, we're just kind of letting people play whatever they want to play who's at the meetup. And then at about 2:30 EST, so that's 11:30 Pacific or 7:30 UK time, we will begin streaming actual gameplay. And you'll be able to see it like full screen instead of over the shoulder view. Maybe some spectating, and you can see what an actual match looks like. Hopefully, assuming all goes well. Because Weez literally added the spectator client this morning, so we haven't really tested it yet, and we don't know if it's going to work. But you can see all the new updated versions are being loaded on the PC right now. So, assuming it didn't break when we did that update, then we should be able to show some gameplay and spectate for you guys. Is there any way to sign up and see what you guys need help with, whether that is testing or whatever? Hold on, if you want, you can type !Mobius in the chat, and it should pull up a link to the Discord server. That's a good start. Everything about this project will eventually come out of there, and you won't miss anything if you're in that Discord. Is this everyone? I feel like the meetup is a lot emptier than yesterday. There are a lot of people who are currently like out doing other things. There's a couple people in the theater over there, and then there's like people downstairs. But it does seem like a little bit less than yesterday. I know Morning and Drez and Mossberg are on their way right now, but they aren't here yet. But yeah.
Yeah.
Don Quixote skin. Oh god, all the Mortal Kombat kids go together. I'm actually afraid. Nah, I mean, if you're brave enough to show up for something like this, you're probably fine.
Are we mobbing?
We might be mobbing pretty soon.
Dude, this shots. I'm not mobbing.
Unlucky. Can you interview Eden? About what?
Who the fuck's asking that?
Doodle. That's what I'm
Doodle,
saying.
if you came here, dude, I would break your fucking sternum.
Yeah,
For real, for real.
it's true.
That's about it.
Tell him, Eden. Tell him.
What, Doodle? Doodle sucks. Doodle smells like...
Has Shaq hacked yet? I don't think so. The amount of memes this name will summon are endless. Yeah, probably. Who is Camp Counselor McTouchy? Okay, relax. Oh, you're mobbing?
Yep. I hope this is right, Bill.
Don't look at the screen.
Oh!
Don't look at the screen. It's too easy.
Oh! Okay, well, we will not expose that on stream. What was the inspiration for the name? So, the art style, long term, is going to be pretty surrealist, beyond the sort of baseline of medieval history. And we wanted a name that sort of represents that approach. Please tell me no 240. There's no hybrids, but there is flicks as an input method. So 240 in the sense of like control scheme, yes. 240 in the sense of hybrid swings, no. Rename the game Masters of Melee.
Oh no.
I mean, it's not terrible. I just don't like a game that abbreviates to mom.
My voices!
I think he actually did.
They're in my head! The demons!
I'm documenting this.
Dude.
Yeah, he actually had me.
You are a fucking gambler.
No, I ain't gambling shit. He's still at
What?
initiative.
Constable of Melee.
1-0.
Oh no, they're playing.
Are you getting a new video game? Yes, that is true. You are getting a new video game.
Yeah, they're playing.
This is gameplay of it right now. It's real. He is playing it. It's not staged or scripted, I promise.
They just updated.
Oh, and can you confirm this is not scripted?
No. I'll blink twice.
Feint me! Feint me! Why are you not feigning?
It is a real game.
Oh. Dude, I just want to show you.
Oh, Chad maneuver. Oh.
The voices.
Oh, that would have been sick.
How you doing?
The mag dump? Yes, that was the mag dump. People in chat already know what the mag dump is now. Wait, who named themselves Wrongwat? Wait. What the fuck?
What?
When are we seeing captured footage? What time is it?
139.
Okay, 1 hour.
Wait, why does Glaive Strike do any damage at all? It just shoots.
Glaive stab?
What's the score?
Strike.
Is it 2-2?
Oh, Glaive Strike doesn't really do damage. It's like pretty negligible.
It's 2-2.
Oh, is this a first to 10?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Wait, you're not using blade.
No, I'm not using that.
Wait,
Well, that would be a 10-0. I mean,
Whoa! Who is the Morbin champion? There isn't one currently. Although.
I am. It's me.
Oh, okay. It's Brian.
Yeah. I'm a champion at everything.
Makes sense. Are we done looking at too late? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, he unadded me.
He unadded him.
he unadded you?
Yeah, he did.
Well, until I get back home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was hitting on stocks yesterday in chat. I don't know what this was,
I'm gonna
but
ping him in APC.
He was saying
something.
something.
Check.
Some lovely stuff.
you press the land button and then wait for like 5 seconds. Don't touch anything. Oh, okay, it broke.
My download on that is fine.
Young Wheezy. Oh, well,
Yeah, if it doesn't have this fucking loading thing, then you're good to play Mobius. This thing's been like this for fucking 30 minutes.
okay. Well, I will go investigate what's causing that, and then we will go from there. Can you hold this for a second? It's kind of sweaty.
Yeah, no worries. Go this way. Hey, look, it's there on the screen.
What's up, Reds?
Rio!
How you doing, Elite?
You left it. Was that a lean back? Was that a lean back? That's disgusting.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Duck. How y'all doing? Mike Mordhow. Is that Google? You're weird.
This one doesn't want to do anything for some reason. Maybe it'll just magically fix now that you're here. But I just need like days.
Oh.
I want to do. I can't think. That's crazy that it works.
It happens all the time.
This one what is the green?
It's just live. Because it's a live.
That is so weird because we literally both did the exact thing.
I thought it was a bug. Like, last night my game downgraded itself to like a previous patch I couldn't join.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks so fucking.
Yeah, no, they're happy to see me.
Okay.
Gene wants to say hello. Well, tell me he needs to gain like 20 IQ. He's like really stupid.
You stupid. That's 9 plus 10.
21.
Can you lean back in Mobius? Yes, you can. However, if you crouch in our game, it costs stamina. You can't stam yourself out from crouching, but you can go down to 1 stam, just like Fuzz just showed.
I couldn't even play
Yeah.
it.
Waiting for the first reverse overheads. Reverse overheads are not in the game. We patched them out. So if you use an overhead, you can only do damage to people that are in the first or the forward-facing 180 degrees of you. So it's it's mathematically impossible to reverse overhead. There could be some fringe interaction where if you try to overhead someone who's like directly over your head, you might not hit them, but that's never happened before, so I don't really care. Any ranked cosmetic rewards? Oh, absolutely. For sure. Uh-oh.
No, dude, he's just so shit.
Can you counter kick? Yes, you can. If you kick somebody's kick, both of you are locked out of using your kick for 1.3 seconds. You can do anything else. It's just both of your kicks go on cooldown. You can also parry kicks.
Just press X again?
Dude, I cannot move.
I just had Wheeze come look at it. Did it not fix?
Yeah, it's been stuck on 15 minutes already.
Oh.
I'm not gonna touch it.
If you can't mode, you might as well morph.
Dude, I am more. I can't. I have 15 minutes until I can more.
What happens when you get a perfect parry and then kick? I think you just do a normal kick riposte. It's nothing fancy.
Ian, help. Ian.
Look at my old man setup.
One thing I will say is wind-ups out of a normal riposte are 12% faster, and wind-ups out of a perfect parry riposte are 12% slower than a normal wind-up. But again, perfect parry ripostes are able to be morphed and feinted, and you still have initiative with every weapon on a riposte by a lot. It's just a case of making it a little bit easier to actually do those morphs and feints, so the riposte is slightly slower. You can think of it almost like counters in Shiv, like if you want to morph off of a counter. There's going to be all flat surface fighting, crouch jump, climbing, traps. It'll not be all flat surface fighting, but there probably will not be climbing, countering, or crouch jumps or traps. If a kick gets countered, does the kicker have initiative or does the counter kick have initiative? Currently, it is whoever has faster weapon has initiative. It's just a neutral reset.
Is there a benefit to kicking?
Kicks are the only way to punish someone in combo missing you.
Whose idea was the dueler class? Was it morning?
No, it was once. It was once. I'm surprised.
Are drag/excel is going to be moderated? No. We encourage drags or excels. We'll patch out anything that is borderline an exploit if it's too detrimental to the environment, but we really like good swing Meetup, and we want to celebrate that with this game.
What? Dude, you are so gross.
What? Are you losing this one? I wanted to.
Can you drag stabs? Yes, you can.
Did you keep
Mobius.
your turn tab then?
Yeah.
Will the weapons have full-time hit boxes for clashing and obstacle collision? Well, we use the same real-time tracer system as most games do these days. And they will have... there's no clashes in the game at all. But for obstacle collision, yes, they will collide with obstacles.
Okay, will that be the next iteration of Killer?
You want to get a flashback song?
I don't know. Did you mean there is a heavy turn cap? Oh, well, the turn cap in the game currently right now, I would say is work in progress. We're not really super excited, or we're not super set on how to handle turn caps, because there's a lot of different ways to go about it, right? Currently, we just have your ability to turn is capped when you are in wind up and release, but there might be things like the more that you manipulate your swing, the more the turn cap tightens up, or the farther into release you are versus wind up, your turn cap is looser or more tight, whatever else. Different ways we can go about it, but it's still something that is very much like a work in progress. Regen system or bandage system? We use a regen system. After you're out of combat for 3 seconds, you begin regenerating stamina at 25 per second. After you're out of combat for 6 seconds, you begin regenerating health at 25 per second.
What?
If you get a kill...
I made a buy perfect parry.
Nice. If you get a kill, you instantly begin regenerating your health and stamina. And for the first 1 second after that kill, you cannot be interrupted from it unless you take damage or parry out. So you can start sprinting, you can crouch, you can jump, you can feint, whatever else, and you'll still be regenerating. And if you're in a 1vx, you very likely will get almost no health or stam, but if you are the last guy alive, then you'll instantly go back to full health and stam pretty much. There's also 10 stamina on hit. And there is, if you hit somebody while they are out of stamina, you regenerate stamina again for 1 second active, and it begins stamina regen.
Please. Yeah, it's been
Dude, I'm trying to
15 minutes for like an hour. Yeah, it's taking It's been like that for. This computer sucks.
Sadly, I've never been a fan of 5v5 nor the fisheye FOV as situational awareness as a skill. I agree with the fisheye FOV being a bit of a decrease in the skill ceiling. That's dumb, but I think we are, well, first of all, we don't go above 140 FOV, and for what it's worth, there are a lot of ways that the game is exceptionally skillful, and we don't feel that this particular field of view breaks that dynamic. So yes, there is some skill lost. Like if you were to play the game on 90 FOV, for example, it would be more skillful, being aware of who's at your back, who has access to you, whatever else, camera positioning, that sort of thing. But we'd rather the skill be in the decision making rather than like looking around at the right place at the right time. That's just it's a subjective decision, so I respect your decision to disagree. Yeah, they're on a dual yard right now, Denny. We're waiting for the actual matches to start. Making sure everybody's ready to go, that sort of thing. Anyone hit kill weapons? The overhead on the maul can one-shot everyone in the game. Other than that, the halberd can one-shot rats if you hit a headshot swing. I will say the maul overhead is so slow that it loses initiative on wind-up. As of right now, there are no plans for shields. I think they look really cool though, so I'd like to find a way to incorporate them, but not in a way that alters the way your parry functions. We really want defense to be pretty much uniform across the entire game. But I think like having a shield that allows you to do like a shield bash instead of your normal kick or something like that could be really cool. We just got to think of other ways to justify their inclusion. Flourish emote on the other planned emotes, there will be plenty of emotes. You have no need to worry about that. Throwables and archers, no. There are no plans for any sort of projectiles in the game. It is entirely focused on melee combat.
It's and there's also another option in game where mouse axes determine attack size.
Seems like the game is exclusively appealing to scrim players, no objective or hordes. That's pretty much correct, Monk. It's primarily targeting competitive players. Again, half of the game, like the other half, is based around community-created content where people will be able to take our combat system and make whatever they want with it. They can re-add archers, they can re-add throwables, they can re-add big epic scale battles, they can make melee rust, they can make their own horde mode, whatever they want to do. But as far as what we are spending our time developing, that's the competitive side of things. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much appealing to scrim players, comp players, esports, that sort of a thing. There are a lot of games in the work that already do horde and objective stuff really, really well. Mordhau already obviously has its own horde mode. So you have like Chivalry 2 and Mordhau, they also both have that big style invasion stuff. Like we don't need to do the same stuff that they're doing, but we can do something different and competitive. How would the netcode handle melee rust? Cole, I'm gonna be honest, not our problem. We're not making that game and we don't want to have to worry about it. So whoever decides to make the mods for that will have to figure out how to make the netcode as well. I do not envy the person who is challenged with trying to make a survival multiplayer game. That sounds like hell. And I am always impressed when these companies are able to make something like that. It's a very difficult challenge to undertake.
Yeah, like you see that though.
It's good.
Seems like a buckler would allow shield bash, but not necessarily lots of blocking. Yeah, that makes sense. Spend 30 hours building a base and have it slowly between it by Wessex. Yeah, there you go. It's like people are already making Rust, but Mordhau. I mean, you've seen Renown. There's also Sinis in development. There's another game called Dark Age as well. There are games in development that are focused on that. We have no reason to trample on their toes and make the same thing while they're already making it. We really want to make a competitive game because nobody else is doing that, and we feel that this genre deserves the chance to be competitive.
What? Sorry, I smacked you. God damn it, bro.
If you are somebody who hates ranked play, you probably will hate the core game. But I encourage you to keep an eye out about the community-created content at the very least. Well, do you think there will be enough comp players? Because of the fact that the game is free to play, I suspect yes. That is my hope. Mordhau and Chivalry 2 have established the precedent that these types of games can do very well. And both those games have had players who really enjoy mastering the skill expression in them. So it would stand to reason that if there's a game specifically targeting mastery of the combat over like immersion or whatever else, surely some people will want to play it. Mobile and console win? Never. We are a PC-only development project. Specifically Steam only. Steam Deck then? I mean, if you want to plug a mouse and keyboard into your Steam Deck, sure. But we're not going to have controller support, and that kind of comes with the territory of Steam Deck. There will be third person in some areas, but not in ranked. Never in ranks. Never. In fact, I would say no third person in any 5v5 modes. There was nobody sitting here.
Get on all three of these.
Yeah. What is the name of the new Seymour? How about Marquardt? I don't know. What is the nature of the parry box? So, Dan, whenever you right-click, the game takes a virtual screenshot of where you were looking at that time, and any weapons that were on your screen when you clicked are flagged as parryable. If they then collide with you during the rest of the parry window, they are treated as parried. There is no parry volume, there is no extended parry possible. It is purely based on if the weapon collides with you after you have flagged it as like parried. That also means if you right click and then look around afterwards, you can't parry stuff that was off your screen when you started the parry. And if you're wondering like, okay, well how do you take the screenshot basically? It's just based off of 140 FOV and where you were looking. Yeah, that would be no parry dragging. I believe you're correct, if I'm understanding what you mean by that. I'm not sure I've heard that phrase before, but I think that makes sense. You can parry drag, just make sure the weapon was on your screen when you right-click, that's all. What game is this? Shiv? No, this is a new game. This is a game that I'm actually making. It's called Mobius. And it's in development right now. These guys are all playing the combat demo. We're going to transition to actual gameplay footage from the perspective of the players in a bit, but right now we're just looking at over-the-shoulder footage. So then how would you do a double parry? You can just parry twice. I think that should be fine. I mean, in normal gameplay, I feel like the parry feels quite intuitive. I don't think anybody's really having too many problems with it. That being said, Eden's getting... Oh, shit. Oh, we're boss morphs.
Dude, nice.
Yo!
Nice.
That was sick. Vacant, that was sick.
Dude, don't hype him up.
That was really cool. The perfect parry boss morph combo morph.
Spook's already trying to break my game.
I'm digging around a little bit.
Yeah, that's alright.
Dude, what is that?
He's hacking for one.
Dude, that stat.
Oh, this is the open world.
I counted.
Stay right here.
How did you get to that level?
You just hit practice and hit skirmish.
Ah, I see.
Wait, I have six. And then
No Kickstarter makes it a pretty ambitious with no backing. Yeah, I would say we are pretty confident in our ability to get funded, but hopefully it all works out, I suppose. I was referring to a 1vx scenario and the ability to parry more than one attack. Yeah, I know. I was saying, Retsnom, in our experience, it is pretty easy to parry multiple attacks back to back. As long as you just keep the opponents on your screen, you should be able to. It actually looks really fucking good on land. Like the longsword animations look good.
Yeah.
Straight up.
The longsword animations are like the best animations right now.
Yeah. So no magical back parries? Not really. Can you verify that I'm getting this right? So how would you describe how the parry functions?
So the way the parry functions is that it determines if the weapon was on the screen.
Yeah, so
Not
when
if
you
it-
right click,
Not if it is on the screen, but if it was like a few milliseconds ago.
Right.
And there's like a system that keeps track of where the weapon was throughout like, it goes back like 100 milliseconds.
yeah. So yeah, you can technically do like back parries, like you can crouch and look up, but as long as the weapon ended up on your screen, you can't parry it. Yeah, it just means that basically when you press the right click, the weapon will have already needed to be on your screen, which limits a lot of the back parry stuff.
Oh, he's in rafters.
Oh wait, he found rafters. Oh god.
This map is cool.
So the idea behind this map was, can you fit an entire Deliverance map inside the size of Mosh Pit?
Gotcha.
And the idea was, I mean, it's a pretty shit map, all things considered, but
Proof of concept.
yeah, this was, because once you fall in the maze, it's exceptionally boring. That's why it's bad.
I want to get up there.
Right.
That's the fun part.
And then you have to go all the way back to the beginning to get back up. It was just like a proof of concept, basically. This map was made back when we were still on UE4 as well. This is like, I've never actually seen this map with this lighting before. This is kind of weird.
Also, you don't have to keep pressing space. You can just
Holy
play.
shit, that's so fast.
Oh wow, that's cool. I can't like get up here actually.
Yeah, you have to go all the way back. You can press X though and get there faster, I
Oh,
guess.
like actually.
Just press X once, and then wait, and then now you can run faster.
It's a little confusing that the radial progress bar there is used for so many things.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna do a lot of UI cleanup for sure.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I fixed this.
Taking criticism from the master.
I have no master.
So you can't toe drag around parries, as you can't pull around when you parries to space timing differently. You have to make sure that your weapon was not on their screen when you go for it, basically.
Wait.
So if someone's looking directly at you and directly at your weapon, they'll always be able to parry it. That's correct. It's very different than Chivalry 2 in that way.
This guy's not reading me! He doesn't read! Dude, it's fucking gambling! This guy just actually stabbed over and over.
So for feints, you don't really time them. They're automatically always like max.
Correct.
Is the timing the same for morphs?
No.
No, you get to time them.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
I didn't really mess around with the.
Correct. So what Road was talking about right there is,
Dude, I killed Wiz!
in our game, if ever you input a feint, it always does the automatic deepest possible feint for you, and that allows us to make the game more easy to read. You can punish feints consistently, and it also helps with netcode. But for morphs, you can still micromorph them or do whatever you want, so you have more control over your character. That's sort of the middle ground between the two. I mean, we could take cheap shots at Chivalry and Mordhau, but I don't really see the point. Like, we all kind of want all the games to succeed.
This game sucks!
I mean, literally one of the Mordhau devs came out to check it out as is.
Wiz,
Like,
get away from me!
very obviously not a big deal. Oh, you're on the gray box version of the map they're on.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah, this is the before the art was added version.
Dude,
If you look closely at it, you might recognize some of the similarities. Like right there, for example, versus like right here, it's like the same.
Oh yeah.
no, wait, alright.
Oh yeah.
Wiz made both of these, but this was the one we play tested on first to make sure we actually liked the layout.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I always thought it was funny though because the lighting is so good for a map that's so like primitive.
Yeah, the lighting's beautiful.
Dude,
Like,
even get, like, the-
my favorite is like you can see like if you look at the green pillars, there's like bounce lighting onto the floor from the green, even though it's just like a generic green texture.
It's so ugly. Even onto the weapon, right?
Yeah. Lumen is crazy, the stuff it is able to accomplish. You're also getting like constantly max frames on this one versus in this one it's like 100 or so.
Yeah.
But he found the gray box version of this map before we added the art to it.
This is the real comp.
Yeah, the comp mod map, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, these tubes are super easy to slip off of before we changed it for the final version. But yeah.
No.
But yeah, you can see the before and after now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting the sense of layout here.
Yeah.
This is neat.
One of my favorite plays I ever did with Flanker is I super sprinted around this pillar and jumped across, and I cleared two guys' heads that were watching my back, and then killed a guy that was like on the point. Like I just jumped clean over them and then killed the guy on the point. It was really sick. Dude has a cape? Yeah, the front line, there are a lot of capes in the game. Its move speed affected by turning. The movement is currently work in progress. And by that I mean we haven't really started. We're all using placeholder movement right now. So I don't think slow-mo is in, but I'm not actually sure. Rename it Rage Shadow Melee? That's funny.
Yo, alright, everybody stop using the mace. If you use the mace, you're cringe.
What's up, guys?
Really? Last time I tested,
So are all 10 computers on the game right now? Are all 10 computers on the game right now? We're probably ready to start an actual thing then. Do we want to just like speedrun picking teams, or do we care, or how should we do this?
Let's go outside in the heat.
We could do like not in the heat if you wanted. Like we could just line up in there. Or not line, I don't care, but I would like to eventually have like a finals match on the game today at some point.
And if you win, you get $5.
I would be inclined to give the winners a cool sword skin. Alright, well, my bad. Forget I said anything.
Get me out of here, yeah.
Shirts versus skins? True! Winner gets a hooker from Buckhead? That's funny. Should have perfect parried.
I did. I legit did.
Well, you did it badly.
It's gonna be like the mall.
Just read it, Soxy. Come
Mall
on.
script.
Read it!
You remember mall?
Come on! Draz, you want to play?
I think I'm going to switch to Deliverance.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So, well, before you do that real quick, can we get ready to start the stream on there as well?
Yeah, I can put up OBS.
Okay. So, real quick, guys watching, we're going to transition to the in-game view. So the stream's going to go down for maybe 5 minutes while we get everything set up, and then we'll go back live here. And you guys will get to see the actual in-game footage from the perspective of the players with the spectating client, whatever else. So, yeah, we'll be back in a bit. And until then, see you guys then, 5 minutes.